Well, we thought we'd bring back one of my favorite guests. Her name is Cheri Perry. She's a business strategist. She's a leadership expert, and she works with companies all across this great land of ours. Cheri, you're very welcome. How are you?
Hey, I'm excellent, Simon. Very, very good to talk to you, and it's always great to talk to basically one of the 100 most important talk show radio hosts in the nation. I'm sure your listeners already know.
Thank you very much. Well, listen, that word gets out. We had the president on last week, so that's not bad, is it?
Not at all.
Not bad. And now you. So we're doing something right. We got the president and Cheri. So we're doing something right.
There you go.
All right, so Facebook have announced this, and I believe it was nationwide. It was a week ago. They've told their 27,000 people that are working at home, yeah, we're good with that. You stay there. So we are seeing a changing America before our very eyes, are we not?
We are. We're seeing a shift, and we're seeing just an absolute change. I mean, we'll look back at COVID-19 as a time when businesses changed the way that they thought. And I think that Facebook's move is something that you'll see many companies do.
Right, and it's going to save them a load of money. I mean, they've got these, these very impressive, they don't like to call them headquarters, they're campuses, right? But they're not going to need them. I mean, if they're taking all these people out of these buildings, then they're not going to need all that real estate. So that's going to be interesting as well.
Yeah, I think the big thing here to really think about is business owners have had the time to sit back and look at things that maybe they haven't had time to look at before. Cost analysis on real estate, and in the case of Facebook's and companies like that, Max and all the things that you provide for your team. And I think that they also take a look at the other side of the equation, which is, how do I keep employee satisfaction? And if my productivity did not go down and my staff wasn't here and we weren't utilizing all these resources, hey, there might be a better way to do it.
Now, let's talk about that, because there are companies out there, which is I saw this story and I thought I need to talk to Cheri. There's a study out there from MIT showing that approximately half of us now are working from home, thanks to these stay-at-home orders. But there are companies who don't trust their people and are spying on them.
Yeah, I love that. When I read that, I just thought, oh, my goodness. Well, the companies, let me be very careful about my comment about this, because I imagine that there are some kinds of work, technically critical work, security type of work, some kind of really, upper level, high security type of work that might warrant somebody watching me while I was working. But other than that, it freaks me out a little bit, Simon.
Well, right, because, you see, I can understand. Listen, there are employees out there who are not going to be doing the right thing. There are employees out there who are going to do the bare minimum, who may not even be getting dressed. The reason I bring that up is because I actually think it's important you do get dressed. You don't stay in the PJs all day because you're not going to see anybody. I think it's important you understand you're going to work. And people are paying you to do that, and I think it's respectful to put clothes on. So I think that's actually
it is
quite important.
Well, it is, and it's just a personal respect situation too. I mean, if you get up and get ready to go to work, regardless of whether you're going to a physical location or you're working from your home office, you are in a different mental state that allows you to be more productive. And so you're exactly right about that. If you have a scenario where you have staff members, and I'm just talking to the people that might be responsible for managing a remote workforce, and you feel this necessary desire to really watch and micromanage, and in some of these really weird cases like the MIT study, have the cameras watching them and taking random screenshots, you really have to ask yourself, do I, as the business leader, have my expectations clearly lined out so that I can measure and I know what I'm supposed to be getting out of productivity from my team? because if a lack of clarity in this area can certainly bring up some questions and some conflict. So if you're a manager of remote staff members, having it clearly lined out, listen, Monday through Friday or whatever your hours are, these are the items that need to be done, and I'd like you to let me know.
I think if you are feeling the need to spy on your staff to make sure they're doing what you think they should be doing, you quite possibly don't have the right staff, or you're not the right manager.
Right. I think we talked a little bit about this before, but man, if there's such a control issue where you have to, that's your type of management, you might want to get a little mirror and look into it and ask yourself, is the problem closer than it appears? Because
so what? Right.
Go ahead.
No. You're right. I like that thought, and it's interesting, the self-analysis, whether people will be good at that. But what if you are a good worker, you're doing the right thing, but you feel you're being spied on? What can you do? What do you have that you can go to deal with the problem?
This is great. First place you want to go is if you are in a company that has a human resources or employee manual, you want to just double check. Listen, did I sign on for this? Is there something in the employee manual that says, by the way, when you take home a company computer and a company phone, we're going to be watching you, and make sure that you have a good understanding of what the situation is. If you feel like you have a boss or a manager who isn't altogether comfortable with your productivity level, man, as a person of integrity, I would sit down and go, okay, I'll tell you what. In fact, Simon, I just finished just now before I got on the radio with you, and I'm the owner of the company. I don't have to do this, but I just sent out an email to my whole team that said, hey, team, here's what I got done today. My whole team does that. And it's not because somebody is questioning them. It's just to say, guess what, guys, as a team, here's what I contributed today. So if you're concerned, if you're the employee and you think that somebody's worried about how much you're getting done, then impress them. Yep.
Yeah, and you can. Look, today we had, I'm just trying to think, we had some mandatory training. It literally took 8 minutes. So I did that straight away. Often people procrastinate about that stuff, and I have in the past as well. But I thought, you know what? It's right here. I'm sat at my desk. Let me just do it. So I did that, knocked that out. I had a video conference meeting, and I did that. And then the rest of pre-show was really normal for me. So we did, I do the prep in the morning. I do some social media stuff, and then I hang out with my producer for a while as well. We did all of that. It's just, as I say, I miss some people that I work with, but I don't hate this. It's not too much of an imposition on me. We're talking to Cheri Perry. We're talking about working from home. We're talking about the increasing number of companies that seem to be saying, you know what, we're good with it. You guys stay where you are. And we don't mean for the duration of the plague. We mean forever. We're good with it. And big companies like Facebook has said that today. Nationwide Insurance, they said that, I think it was last week. And while we got that going on, we've also got companies that are spying on you, which is very interesting, the whole spying on you. Now, of course, they can only spy on you if you're using a company computer or if you give them access to your home computer.
Yeah, you should be in the know. I mean, if you're being, hopefully they didn't send somebody, into your home like a Tom Cruise movie and, plant bugs all over the place. So just take personal responsibility as the employee and have a conversation. You talk to your management team, talk to the human resources department, and ask them, listen, if you wanted to come and spy on me in my home while I was working, I don't care. You're going to see what you're going to see. I mean, I'm going to get some work done. But in this particular climate right now where we've got so many people unemployed, we've got so many people living in this state of uncertainty, the best thing you can do as a company is make sure if you do have some of these policies, man, back them up and have people understanding exactly what you're looking for and why. And please run it past the common sense meter and see if it makes sense. I just can't imagine too many scenarios where physically monitoring people trumps making sure you just have good work parameters and good expectations laid out, and also obviously hiring the right people. If you're a staff member, and let's say that you're not one of these people that has been told that you're going to stay home regardless, and maybe you really like it, then you need to go to bat for what you want. You need to tell the owner of the company what you want.
Cheri Perry, thank you very much. How do people get hold of you if they want to?
They can visit my website, and I've got a really great free report on there for your listeners.
I need it very quickly because we're almost out of time.
Yeah, I got it. CHERI, P as in passion, ERRY.com.
There you go, Cheri. Thank you very much. Be well. We'll have you back. It is the Simon Conway Show.